What's going on, Wolfpack? You're very welcome to another video here on Degenerate Watch. Thank you very much for joining me. In this one, I'm going to be giving you guys an update to a video I did back in February. And if you haven't seen that video yet, there should be a link appearing in the top right hand corner of the screen, or you can go down below in the description and I'll leave a link there. So if you haven't seen that one, it might be good to check it out just for some context. But anyone who did see that video will probably remember these two gentlemen. And they are, of course, Bruce Knowles and Ferhat Gumrukoglu. Bruce Knowles is aged 56 years of age and is from Durham in Norfolk, and Ferhat Gumrukoglu is 32 years of age and from the Netherlands. The two men were arrested by the National Crime Agency after being found with a haul of £37 million worth of cocaine as they were trying to smuggle it into the UK near Benwick Broad in Suffolk on the 24th of June last year. They appeared before Judge Richard Benson at Ipswich Crown Court on the 16th of May 2025. Judge Benson sentenced Knowles to 17 years and 3 months in prison and Gumrukoglu to 15 years and said it was clearly a sophisticated operation. During the hearing, the court heard how the pair had trialled a dry run of the operation in April before attempting the real thing 2 months later. But in June, they were confronted close to the shoreline while heading towards Lowestoft by Border Force officers who tried to intercept their rigid-hulled inflatable boat. Knowles ignored repeated requests to stop and give up the chase, but was ultimately captured and arrested. Gumrukoglu jumped overboard before swimming to shore and was detained 8 hours later after being found wandering around Beccles in his bare feet. Upon inspecting their boat, officers from the NCA discovered 22 packages under a tarpaulin containing 350 kilograms of cocaine with a high purity rate of 78 to 84%. Investigators believe the men had travelled out to sea where they met a larger ship in waters between England and France before collecting the drugs. The men then planned to transfer the drugs into a van which had been positioned in Orton Broad before transporting them to another location ready for distribution. Alistair Smith prosecuting said that the defendants had played a leading role in the operation and that there was no evidence that they were acting under the direction of another person. Defendant Knowles Stephen Spence, however, argued that common sense dictated that there must have been others above them who were pulling the strings. Giving someone £37 million of drugs means that there is a trust that is not likely to be broken because they know what the outcome would be if they double-crossed them, he added. These two people were part of the operational chain but were far from the leading lights of it. David Mason, defendant Gumrukoglu, agreed that there were people higher up but accepted that his client had been an important cog in the wheel. He said that his client Gumrukoglu had taken on the operation because he was trying to pay off a very significant drug debt after losing another batch of drugs in the Netherlands. Judge Benson took the pair's previous guilty pleas into consideration but said that their substantial and important role meant that their sentences would be significant. If people like you were not prepared to smuggle large quantities of cocaine, then cocaine would not be available for addicts in the UK, he said. Operations manager with the NCA, Paul Orchard, said that this was a fast-moving and dynamic interception of two men attempting to smuggle in a huge quantity of Class A drugs. Knowles and Gumrukoglu continue to try evade arrest to avoid significant loss for their crime group. They now face long prison sentences. But thanks to our partners in Border Force and the Joint Maritime Security Centre, a significant amount of Class A drugs have been removed from the criminal marketplace, where further criminality and exploitation would have followed. The NCA is committed to protecting the public from serious and organised crime and stopping criminals from fuelling the UK drugs trade. Border Force Maritime Director Charlie Eastaugh said that Border Force officers are committed to disrupting organised crime and keeping Britain safe by preventing deadly drugs from reaching our streets. During this pursuit, maritime officers bravely intercepted these criminals and seized 350 kilograms of cocaine, ensuring that those who threatened our border security are now facing the full force of the law. So a very substantial result here for the NCA, and both Knowles and Gumrukoglu will have plenty of time now to contemplate their bad decisions. And Gumrukoglu must have the worst luck in the world because here he is again losing another shipment that he was trying to bring in to pay off another shipment that he lost previously. I think this needs to be a turning point for him and he should just give it up. I don't think he's cut out to be a drug trafficker. Knowles, on the other hand, will be too old when he comes out of prison to be messing around with that sort of nonsense. I think at that stage his old bones will be too sore to be taking impacts from the waves on a rib, and I think the other guy, Gumrukoglu, has proved himself as not being reliable. So I don't think that any drug trafficking organisations are going to be taking his CV too seriously when he gets out of jail. Well guys, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please go down below and drop us a like, as I do very much appreciate it and it really does help the channel out. If you like what we do here and you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so at some of the links down below in the description, or alternatively you can hit the little heart button down below to send us a super thanks. You can also help support the channel by joining the Wolfpack and becoming a channel member. More information is available at the link down below. And speaking of channel members, I want to give a big shout out to the crew of legends as always who are my channel members. Thank you very much guys for your continued support and encouragement. It is very much thoroughly appreciated. I'd also like to give a shout out to everyone watching this with me on the premiere, our premiere squad. Thank you very much guys for joining me. And if you are one of the people that's watching this live with me on the premiere, do stick around after this premiere is over, because we will be having another premiere of another new video straight after this one. And if you're watching it after the fact, I'll leave a link to that other video down below in the description. That's just about all for me for this video. I do thank you very much for joining me, and as always I'll be back in the next couple of days with another video, and I hope you'll join me for that one also. But until then, if you're looking for something else to watch, why not check out one of the videos that should be appearing on screen now. Until next time guys, stay safe, take care, peace.